All right. I am actually in the process of recording a video. So since I was recording, I said let me get my behind online while I record to get my content and chat with anyone. All right, so I'm just gonna go to my camera. There we go. Hello. All right, so I want to make a long form video of how I made the shaker window. So that's why I'm live today. So I'm gonna do it again, this time with a Halloween theme. So on the weekends, I usually batch record my content for the journaling account and for the crafting account. So this is the front. The back with the shaker pieces. So this was the one that I made the video for with the shaker window here and the little shaker pieces. But I only recorded it for short form content. So now I'm gonna do it for long form. I'm gonna do a separate page here. Oh my God. Also too, if it's a little loud, I do have on my AC and I have on my fan. I was down for the count yesterday, like in bed. Today I feel a little bit better, but I feel like crap. I have my fan on me and I'm recording. I need to get my glasses. I have my computer up to see the comments. Is this a good view for you guys of the actual book? Like y'all can see it, right? While I record it this way. Sapphire, how are you, sugar? Did you get my message I put in YouTube? We're gonna do it tomorrow. All right, so I start on a blank page. And then I'm going to take 2 sheets together because we're gonna cut through 2 sheets. This is from the Dollar Tree. It's a self-healing mat from the Dollar Tree. Put it under here. And then our 2 pages. That way, when we cut it, we're not cutting through on the book or in the back pages. Y'all are sideways because the forward way, let me move you. I'm recording this right here. What you guys are looking at is going to be on YouTube, a full video on YouTube though. All right, there we go. That's better, right? Because I'm recording while I'm doing this as well. So 2 sheets with the self-healing mat so that we don't cut through. Then the piece that you're going to have, like your design for the window, we're going to place that down. I'm doing a Halloween design. And I don't know if I want to do my shaker high or my shaker low. I think I'm gonna do it down here this time around. So you leave it right here. Well, just decide where you want your piece. Then we're going to trace. It doesn't matter what you trace it with, we're gonna cover it up anyway. I haven't even decided what paper I want to cover it with. Maybe I should have done that before I started my live, because now we need to print something. I do have some paper bag. Paper bag would be a cute color to be back here, right? Or should it be something, what would you put as a background sheet for this? So now that we have our square, give me some suggestions, y'all. I'll print it out. What would you have as a background for that type of All right, so I don't know where I put my ruler. I'm gonna use, you can use any straight line. Anything to make a straight line. Good afternoon. If you're here and you have not subscribed to this channel, because this is not my crafting account, this is my journaling account. I advise you to hit the subscribe button. Over here, it's going to be lifestyle content as well as journaling content. So now what we're going to do with this, the line that we made, you want to create another square within it, because if we cut the hole, it's going to be exact and the paper would fall through. So you need space on the inside, like an inner border that we're going to tape this onto. So we're going to just create that. Measurements really don't matter. It's all about what you want to be seen. So now we have that inner square, and that's where we're going to cut. So you can use, if you're good with scissors, to like poke a hole and get in there and cut, or you can use like an X-Acto knife. And what I usually do is I line it up, and then with the knife, then I cut just to make sure I cut straight. I think you guys are missing a little piece. There we go. I'm just looking for my actual true control knife, because now I don't know where I put it. Found it. And the thing with YouTube, so you think the paper bag will look good, right? I do have some paper bag that I just saved too. All right, so let's line it up and cut. And you're pressing hard to go through both sheets. And remember, we have that other self-healing mat under there, so it's not gonna cut through on the book. I go over it like 2 times just to make sure. I think I will make this a little wider. Okay. So this is what we did. We cut a square in both. Now, in the previous one, I put, this is my flyer I used, which was double-sided, and then I did the shaker on this side. I'm gonna do it the opposite way. I'm going to put my photo on the back, and I'm putting the shaker in the front. So the photo is going to be here. But now, before we put that on, we have to cover our sheet in whatever paper that we wanted. So I am going to do a paper bag. It's brown, it's neutral, and also I do feel like, you know, the people be acting like we not junk journaling if we not using junk. So I have the paper bag from the Dollar Tree, and that's going to be today's junk for the actual junk journaling. I'm trying to find a spot where it doesn't have a seam in the paper. All right, so this is officially some junk we're going to use. So you could just cut out what we need. So it just needs to be enough to cover your sheet. I guess my folds will give it some character. Then we're going to grab some double-sided tape, and you're going to line all four corners close to the square, and then just a strip inside here, and we're going to do that on both sides and then line it up. So I do the edge first. Hold on. I want to make sure that my phone doesn't run out of space. So I'm going to upload that video. So this is, hold on. And then I'm gonna get back to recording. I just want to turn it. There we go. Done. And then I'm gonna delete it out my phone just to save space. I purchased a phone with a lot of space, and I just been using it up a lot. I record way more than I create. That's obviously the issue, you know? So as I record and create, I have to remember to get rid of the content too, because I leave them in my phone and they pile up. So I put that in my editing app, and we're going to get back to recording again. How's everybody's Saturday going so far? I don't want to peel this up. I want it just a little smoother. There we go. Yeah, I edit on my phone in CapCut. I'm actually recording with my phone today too. My camera's charging. But when it comes to crafting content, I use my phone most of the time. I only use the camera when I'm talking. I have the iPhone 16 Pro Max. So because the phone has been filling up, I just record some, put it in CapCut, and delete it out my phone because I keep forgetting, and I leave the content in there. I have a whole list I wrote out to record today and tomorrow. So hopefully I stay on track. Sometimes it's so easy to get distracted. You just have to start. And I post tips all the time for editing with CapCut. I'm actually going to be recording some more CapCut tutorials this weekend too. But honestly, you got to get in there and start playing around. I have a CapCut playlist also for the videos that I did do so far. And every time I upload a new one, I add it to the playlist so you can like get all of the videos. You can find them all in one place. But editing, honestly, like anything else, is just getting that experience. A lot of the times, I don't know a lot. I know like basics, and then if I have time, I try other things. And I scroll around there are many content creators who teach how to do like specific editing tricks. And I just start practicing. Because even with somebody showing you how to do it, a lot of the times you don't get it the first time. I know I don't. When it comes to crafting, I find myself getting things right away. Like I can look at some craft projects and I could just do it. I would know automatically what they did, especially paper crafts. Most of the time, not all the time. I'm gonna stop recording because there's no need to keep recording this whole thing. You just show people how to do it exactly. As the nails get longer, they do kind of slow me down a little bit, but I don't want to. You cleaning table space today to craft? Yeah, thank you. You should be recording yourself doing that. I think that obviously you're asking about crafting. I know. Okay, yeah, you're crafting. You should be showing yourself cleaning and like getting ready. I think a lot of my social channels grow because it's not just a product. So I'll show cleaning the craft room, organizing something, a product that I use for something. Start thinking that, you know how people say everything is content, just post it. You got to think that way. So you're going to, let's say you don't post often. So now you're going to start with, I'm trying to get better with posting. I'm going to start off by cleaning a space for me to record. Prop up your phone and record yourself doing that cleaning. You don't even have to get yourself in the video either if you don't want to. Just show, the room getting cleaned up, a before and an after. People want to go on the journey with you. And don't think like, I don't post often. I just started. Nobody wants to know. You need to be recording and posting as if you are already a big creator. Because you get yourself in that mindset and you get used to doing it. On the hoarders? Yeah. Listen, one thing that people love to see is the mess. Because it's relatable. We all have a mess. My videos that do the best is when I show the craft room messy. Show the mess. You could even put like, I've been hesitant to record content because the craft room is so messy. And then show the mess. And I promise you, we all have that same thing. And I tell people, when you see a clean craft room here, it's because I just cleaned up. So I put the other self-healing mat under there. And instead of using the scissors, I'm going to use the True Control knife. Let me just make sure I'm in the camera. In the view. Nope, a little lower. There we go. Also, too, in the content, talk about your family getting tired of you buying more craft supplies, filling up the house with more craft supplies, taking over a room with the all of that stuff people want to see because we all have the same problems. And people are tired of seeing perfection when we all know our lives aren't perfect, So you showing that part, ain't nothing wrong with it, girl. Post your shit. Alright, so the edge is cut. Now, if you're like me, like I said, my hands be shaky and horrible. My lines don't even be straight. So sometimes I'll still use something to guide me for the window. See, I'm cutting the page a little bit, Cam. You just gotta start recording. And let me tell you, I know what it is. As you can see, this account is brand new. And my IG, I started a while ago, but it was just personal for like friends and family. And I just started using it and growing it for journaling and lifestyle actual content. So I'm starting over from the beginning. And guess what? I'm 2 months in and I'm already seeing growth. All right, guys, look at I like this. I like her. I like it. All right. So now we have to do the same to the other side. We're going to cover it with our paper, and then we're going to start our window and decorate. Huh? Thank you. Yeah, I like it. I think I'm going to use the paper bag some more on some other projects. I like it as the background. All right, time to, and this is the boring part. Well, I don't know. For me, I don't mind this part. Like, I don't mind the, let me go down a little bit. I don't mind the gluing and the tedious part because, well, originally, hold on, I need to pull out a chair and sit down and do the rest of this. Let me just make sure I'm centered on this. Oh no, I'm not recording this part. I'm just gonna move y'all sideways just so I could cover this part. Sit down and cover it. But because this isn't for a customer, this is just for me to do. It's like a little therapeutic. It's relaxing, you know? There isn't much stress to it. I did probably put more stress on myself by deciding to journal the process, like for YouTube and stuff like that. But it's not as bad because I also tell myself, you know, when I get to it, it'll get on there. Even though I don't need to be that way. But I want it to be still therapeutic. Thank you, Sapphire. How's it going for you? How's posting? What's going on with your Etsy shop? All right, time to line it up. This double-sided tape I actually got from a TikTok shop, but when I looked, the shop that I got it for, it was like a Christmas. They were selling like this paper for your gift wrap. And then they were also selling this double-sided tape, which they were advertising for like gift wrapping. And when I went, they don't have it anymore. Hopefully for the holidays they bring it back, because I actually really like this one. But for, you know, usually I get mine from Amazon. The only downside to going live on YouTube is you can't play music. Well, you can't play licensed music, and that's the music I would want to listen to, you know? So also too, if you wanted to kill time, you can do the 4 sides with the double-sided tape, and then for the inside here, use some glue. Let's grab some craft glue. I usually use the Barely Arts glue. I had this table where the sun wasn't hitting it, and now it is. I don't want that in my video. We might have to curve the table somewhere else. Or I'll probably close the blinds and I'll just add some lighting to the video if it's too dark. what are you struggling with designing wise? Trying to figure out something or actually making products? Almost done, and then we could get to the window part. Why didn't I bring my little hook to make my life easier? There we go. All right, one more piece just to secure the top good. And it doesn't even have to be straight across. All right, I want to start back recording after this, but this lighting on the table from the window. Oh, it's actually not this one, it's this one. Okay. This one. Okay. All right, let's get it covered. Cut off a little bit of this. I want to look at the edge so that I have it in that edge properly before I flip it. All right, that's as good as it's gonna get, y'all. I ain't even gonna line it. Let's pray that I get it good. So that's a little bit slanted, but also the piece is a little bigger for this area anyway, so we should be good. And some of my old designs from that I had with the Sister of the Traveling Journal, I'm gonna make tutorials for those. That way I don't have to wreck my brain about what kind of content to put out here. So I had a shopping bag with items from the corner store that I like. I'm gonna do a tutorial on how I did that. I went to Dorney Park, and what was the other? I went to dinner with my friend the other day. So I'm going to do journal pages for those. And from now on, I'm gonna try to record everything. My hand feels a little shaky. hope I'm not getting my belly in the video, John. All right, so not me have it upside down. Now we have our double pages. All right, let me turn back on the camera and I'm gonna bring y'all back around to the front so y'all seeing it from the correct angle. Oh, my slippers are in the way. Y'all can see it good? All right, look at that. Now we have the front of this page and the back of this one. Y'all, where did I put my little Halloween cutout? Now I lost it. The piece that I want to be in the actual window. Oh, shucks. All right, let me pause the recording. Girl, where did you put it? And I cut some, what the hell? I used it to trace the shape. And then what? And this is a part of crafting too. Like, why the hell do we always lose things? And I'm looking everywhere here and I don't see it. I think I'm gonna have to recut it. Yeah, I'm just gonna recut a piece because I can't find it. I literally just used it to trace. And now it's nowhere to be found. My goodness, Lord. Hold on, I'm gonna read the comment. Give me a minute. I have to send a thing to the Cricut. How to get the size? You know there's no set size for bookmarks, right? You can do them the size you want, but what I've seen is like a 6-inch by something like 2-3 inches as bookmarks, like 6 by 2. And if it's double-sided, I don't do double-side printing. When I make bookmarks, if I want the two sides the same, I would print out on 2 papers, glue them, print 2 images, glue them together, and then laminate. I don't know if you want to do it like that. All right, so now that we have the 2 pages, we have our image that we want for our background. So I have a double-sided paper, so that's why I want one to be in the window. So I know this is what I want in the window of the shaker, and this part that just says eek is gonna go here. And see, you're already seeing that the window we're gonna build inside, and then like from the front, you're going to see that Halloween theme. So we're gonna glue this on. All right, so I use the Bearly Arts craft glue. Just put glue around the edges here. And this is why we had to go in a little with that square cut. So we had the space to glue this and it actually stick to it. Y'all see my hands ain't straight. All right. Remember, this is the side we want to see from the front. This is what we're seeing from the back. Right? So that's that. You see it here. Now, we're not going to pay attention to these blank pages because this is what's going to go here. So now what we're going to do here is we're going to build. Do I breathe manually? What? I don't know what you're talking about. You're welcome. So instead of, sometimes you could put the acetate down here, then build your window, put acetate on top. This time we're just gonna build up our little bowl, I call it, and then put the acetate on top. So I'm going to use this double-sided foam tape. This is the smallest, thinnest size that I've seen, 0.125 inches in width, 0.08 inches in thickness. This is what it looks like, tiny. And this is good. Why I use this smaller side is because of the book. You know, we got to close it up. As you start designing, it's getting thicker and thicker. So I use this. Now, the first time when I created this, I only did one layer. This time, I'm going to do two. Yes, it's going to make it a little thicker. Maybe I should not, but we'll see. Line it up. I don't think I'm gonna do two. Now that I feel it, it feels like it's definitely gonna be too thick. I don't want that to go any higher. So we're just going around the square of the window here. You got to be real careful. If it sticks to your fingers, it kind of stretches. So let me just take this off here. All right. So right there, we created a little square. Let me see. I think I'm going to make it thicker this time around. Just basically build up a little higher just to see how well it closes together. So this will be like a test project. So the first time I only did one layer. This time I'm gonna build a second layer onto there. So I'm just gonna put it right on top. And the only reason you build up like multiple layers, usually with cake toppers, it's to make a deeper like bowl to fit your shaker pieces. So if you know that your shaker pieces are a little bit thicker, you're gonna need more space for it to move around. So let's say you built a shaker and you did not use the double-sided tape, you just flat put the acetate on top, they're gonna be like pressed down. All right, so there goes our little bowl. Now we're gonna get our shaker pieces. I'm going to use orange. Should I do orange and yellow? Yeah, like the candy corn colors. So I have these little circle pieces because I don't have like Halloween pieces to put in there. Let me see what colors I have. No, all of my shaker pieces are more like mermaids, hearts, no Halloween. I think I'm gonna, when I go to the craft store next time, I'm gonna try to find some candy corn pieces. I have white, but it's not this. I think it's like bling. I'll put some in there too. Not too much. Not, we don't want too much. I feel like it's uneven. Okay. Mix it up a little. Let's get some white. Yeah. The white I have, I'll use it anyway. It's like multicolored stones. But when it comes to shakers, you put whatever you want in there. Sometimes I make custom items to match whatever shaker design I'm using. That's cute. All right. And now you're going to get your acetate sheet. Do not take the protective tape off just yet. You're going to line up your acetate sheet and then cut off a little bit bigger than the actual square that you're using. These scissors look a little jagged, child. Right, so see, it's a little bit bigger. We're gonna cut right here. Perfect. Now the acetate sheet usually has protective tape on both sides. So we're gonna take off the tape from this side. Take off the protective tape from our double-sided foam tape. And then we're going to lay this right on top. And you're going to press down. So you see you have, see, when it's too hot, when it's stacked up with two, you see the pieces have more space to shake. See that? And then we're going to peel that protective tape off of this top one, and look how nice and clear that is. Thank you. Right, so now we have our shaker window. So basically this part in the back and then this part here, and we have our window. I got my tape a little bit over where you could see it, but I'm going to, since I can see the tape here, I'm going to decorate and cover it up. We're gonna have to find ways to cover it. So you could see here that it leaned in a little, but we're still good. So we're going to have our paper, and this is going to be the page with the shaker in the front. So what we're going to do is line all of this up with double-sided tape again, and I put glue as some extra adhesive. Then we're going to put it over onto each other. Just glue it onto each other. Now obviously if you're doing this like just for yourself, it does take some time. It is for someone who has a little extra time on their hands. I seen a comment in on my Instagram page where somebody said they were doing like a journaling class for their birthday, and they want to use the shaker, like the shaker design or one of the designs from my account for them to do. And I love that. So this is a good group project. I got to get this under the acetate is kind of in the way here. So I'm going to raise it up a little bit. On top of gluing out here, I'm going to put some double-sided tape here. So when that part hits, it sticks. If you don't want to, you don't have to. I like to just, you know, better safe than sorry. I don't want it moving around. I did cut some pieces on the Cricut to decorate around the window, so I'm going to do that too. I honestly didn't put much thought into this. I just knew I needed to record a long form video of how to make the shaker window. So I just quickly cut some things on the Cricut. Nothing specific in mind. When I'm done, if it's not enough decorations for me, I'll come back another day and add something. Thank you. You know what it is? I'm just incorporating the things that I do with my paper crafts, because I always make shaker cake toppers. I've made shaker gable box before. So I just said, why not shaker journal sheets, journal pages, you know? I don't know if anybody else has do it. I never try to claim I'm the first to do anything, because you never know who's out there doing something. But it's just me as a paper crafter incorporating these paper crafts techniques into the journaling. I'm sure some people probably like, why are you doing all of that, you know? But anytime somebody is not part of a community, they usually won't understand why you're doing it, especially if it's like for the love of it. It's not for anyone to understand anyway, who's not a journaler, who doesn't do their decorative journaling, you know? If you think it's crazy, if you think it's too much, don't do it. That's it. Don't do it. All right. Let me get my, I'm also trying to do this around the stand that I have at the top to record, and then the stand that I have on the side with YouTube. But I will be doing more lives journaling, because I'm trying to build this account. I said I was going to do TikTok too, but I don't feel like having to manage 2 accounts. I want to, you know, focus on getting the work done. So the account that needs more attention is the YouTube channel. So I'll just be here live crafting. Not crafting, journaling. See me getting them mixed up? I mean, it is still crafting, but journaling. All right, so we're ready. I'm just going to add extra glue, because I don't want nobody coming apart anywhere, which I do think the double-sided tape, but something in my brain always says, you know, be a little more secure. All right, so this is what we're going to do. We're going to flip it over, line it up, glue them down. Right? And there we have it. Now we have our shaker piece in our book. And now here, I'm going to go in and show you guys what I got to decorate it some more. So let's see if this is a little too much. So I cut out this like all over pumpkin design to put in like over the window like this. But it looks like it's covering the shaker, right? What do y'all think? Is it blocking everything too much? Or I'm gonna bring it up closer. Look. Should I find something else that's more of in the corner? Or should I put this one here in the back? Yeah, I think it might be better in the back. And then up here, I cut some metallic black pieces also. So this is what I cut. Again, I just randomly said I was coming on, so I wasn't that prepared. I cut this. I think I like this. The only issue is I'm still seeing that piece right there, and that kind of stresses me out. In the back, right? Yeah. I also cut some spider webs that I could put around. I cut this little hand. I don't know where I want it, but these are just pieces I cut just to see where I'm gonna put them. And some extra spider webs. Maybe those could go at the top. So I like this up here. I don't like that I'm seeing the line. Is that me? Is it okay? Y'all think it's, you know what I could do? Let's see. Maybe we put some of these on the outside to cover it up. Let's see how that looks. I don't know if this glue could hold it though. First, let me glue this down across the top. All right. Hey, you, get out of there. All right, and now I'm gonna try to add the little pieces. Maybe you could, like, it's falling down from the room. I just want to cover it. It's really annoying me. Let's put some. Over here looking like Fruit Loops. Oh, you know what? How about I just do the white? Let me see. The yellow and the orange is not bad. All right, we just add a little bit of white on there. It just kind of looks like they're falling out from the broom. Okay. All right, how we looking so far? Our little Halloween shaker window. I like it. I like it. All right, our little hand. Oh, the hand could come up to the pieces. Maybe they're falling into the hand. Who knows? Stickers. Oh yeah, stickers. I think I'm gonna put something at the top, like a sticker at the top, because the top piece is definitely missing something. Move the hand over where it fit, girl. There goes our little Halloweeny. I think I might put this here on the edge only because there's a little bit of tape showing here too. So I want to cover that. But this is the good part, like, it's your journal, so whatever happens, happens. And sometimes the little flaws and mistakes and the errors end up looking better than what you planned in the first place. So we're going to put that right in the corner. There we go. Hold on, let me take this one out because we're going to put that on the back. And there we have our little Halloween shaker window. And then I'll figure out what I'm going to put up here. How cute is that? That turned out really cute. All right, so I'm going to save what I do up here for another day. Like I'll do another live where I figure out what I want to put. But I think most likely it'll be some sort of like happy Halloween sign or something. And then this, I just really love this stencil. I'm going to put over here. And then figure out what's going to go up there. All right, so we're going to line this up. Now, I'm not trying to get this on every part, just the edge, of course. And then I'm going to scribble in on the inside somewhere. Alrighty, there goes the back of our window. And then the front. Look at our hand. I still ain't moved that sucker over enough. And there goes our shaker window. So that's how you make a little shaker window. And you can do this in any theme that you want. I just decided to do a Halloween theme. Now, if you look here, the shaker here, as you can see the pieces, they barely move compared to these that move a lot. It's because I layered it a little bit higher. So that double layer of foam tape allowed more space to move compared to here where it couldn't move that much. And there you go. So later on tonight, I'm going to edit that. Let me get my checklist. And y'all might hang around with me a little more because I do have more stuff I need to record. What did I have to record for journaling? Oh, I wanted to show people how to make this shaped edge page. Like this. So I did do a tutorial for short form. I didn't do one for long form. So now I gotta figure out what I want to do. I might not even do it on here. I might start a whole new page right here. Because if I do something Halloween on the side, Halloween would have to be here too. I haven't decided what I'm doing on this page yet either. So we're going to start a whole new sheet here. And I'm going to leave it plain. It's not going to be decorated. And it'll just be lines for me to decorate. All right, so hold on. What else? Oh, I did a sticker museum in my junk journal. And the shopping bag. Oh, so I can do the shopping bag on this side. And then the other tutorial on this side. All right, let me just cross off my shaker is done. And let's do the edge shape page. So what is a random... Let's see. Let me look at my phone. I do need to... I am going to be journaling a dinner that I have with my best friend, so I'll probably use that picture. Let's see what photo I have. Which one? I need something long so it could be on the edge of the page. None of these pictures are a stand-up picture. Maybe I'll do a stand-up picture of myself. Okay, so with this, what I do is I send it to the Cricut. So we're gonna do a little Cricut crafting today. All right, so I'm gonna use this photo of myself. I'm gonna airdrop it to the computer. And I'm gonna take y'all over there because we have to use the Cricut for this. All right, so let's go. We're getting a little extra crafting. I'm gonna raise y'all up, don't worry. I just moving my little metal chair instead of the craft room chair so that. All right. Hello. Good afternoon. All right, so let me get the mouse. We're gonna go into Design Space. First, we're gonna go into Canva. So whenever, oh Lord, don't tell me you're frozen today. All right, that's today's live. I think my computer is frozen. Let me tell you, I don't know what's been going on with this damn computer freezing. I need to go in Canva. Okay, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm going to go in Canva on my phone and remove the background because Cricut is not, the Design Space is not frozen. So I don't know why the hell Safari is frozen. But it's always something, right? So I'm gonna go in here. So I just go into any old random size. I don't really care. It doesn't matter because I'm gonna change the size when I go into Design Space. So I just go into Canva. I'm gonna go to camera roll. I'm gonna select the photo that I want to use. Hold on, let me scroll. I don't need y'all see my photos, then call me crazy. Right, so that's the photo I want to use. I'm just going to select background remover so I can remove the background, and then we have that to take. We're going to download it. Download. You're going to make sure you turn on the little transparent background so that you're just getting the image and not that background color. This page, because I have multiple pages open, and then select download. So now it's going to download my photo. Hold on. I didn't want it to open up in photos. You see it down here? So I saved the photo with just the background removed. I'm gonna send it to my computer. I'm just gonna airdrop it, and there we go. All right, so now we're in Design Space. I'm gonna cancel. I'm gonna start with a new page. Blank canvas, start designing. I'm also going to start recording my screen because I want to put this in. I'm making long form content and short form, but I'm mainly focusing on long form content for YouTube. All right, so we're in Cricut Design Space on a blank sheet. I'm gonna go to upload on the left, right over here. You guys see it, right? Go to upload. We're going to upload image. We're gonna hit browse. Go to our downloads, choose the image we just uploaded, select open, and then you're going to select continue down here. Here is if you needed to remove the background, modify it. I don't use Cricut to remove the background because it's not as clean. Also too, if you're not paying for Cricut Access, you can't use the automatic removal. You have to like manually scroll over the part you want to remove. So for me, Canva is more clean. Then I'm going to select apply and continue at the bottom right. And then here, you're going to choose a flat graphic. Flat graphic. And then continue. And then right here is where you can name your image. I'm just going to name it Shondell. And then I'm going to select upload. And that'll bring it into Cricut Design Space right here. So the size of my book is about 8 inches. So I like to change the height to 8 inches. If you want to go a little bit more, you can do that too. So this is going to be for the front, and then you need a mirrored image for the back page. So we're going to do a duplicate. That's at the top right here. You hit the plus sign. That gives you 2 of your image. Then you go to flip up here. And then you flip horizontal, and that flips it the other direction. So now we have the front of the page, the back of the page. Then we're going to send those to print. So we're going to print it on our printer and then have it cut on the Cricut. I'm using the Epson EcoTank 16600. Let me see something. Can this fit on 8.5 by 11? Do I have 8? Yeah. So I'm just changing it to 8.5 by 11. Hit continue. Select send to print. Hit next. Then right here, do not hit print. You're going to select use system dialog right here. And then print. And right here, you get to choose your printer if you have more than one. And then the most important part is your media and quality. You're going to select where you want it to print. So if you're a crafter, most likely you have a rear printer with a rear feeder for your thicker materials, right? So we're going to select rear. And then right here it says media type. And that's the type of paper you're going to print on. You want to make sure your paper is matching. So what you select should be what you're printing on. So, and depending on your printer, you're going to have different options. For the Epson that I have, these are the options that come up here. Let me show you guys so you guys can see. Those right there. So I'm going to use photo high gloss paper. And always choose, it defaults to best, but just make sure it does. And then you hit print. So right now, my printer, I brought it down like underneath the table. It's pretty big. And for your settings, you can use 100-pound cardstock or craft board, just something thick. I have to feed the paper into the back there. Let me go get some glossy paper. So right now I think I ran out of my 8.5 by 11, but I have 11 by 17, so I'm just going to cut it in half. Sorry guys. Y'all in my way. Ugh. I just moved this down here. There we go. Okay. Right. So that's going to print. Then we're going to go set up. Sorry. over here. I also look a mess, so I'm just showing y'all the crafting things while I don't get in the camera today. So while that prints, I'm going to clear the table to do the next tutorial. I did have the screen record, and just a reminder when you're using this, because people always remind me, put the tip back in there so it doesn't clog. But I would say the other day I forgot, and I unclogged it by boiling some water and then putting the cover to sit in the hot water for a little while so it melt the glue that clogged up in there. And that worked like a charm. Do I speak Spanish? No, I don't. No Spanish. So I'm gonna clean all of the junk from the first tutorial. And basically this is how I do for the week. So you see how we recorded one just now, and now I'm recording another one. When I end this live, I'm going in to record some more for my crafting account. So these two are going to be for the journaling account, and then later I'm going to work on the crafting stuff. I might go live on that account while I do it too, maybe, I don't know. I do know when I'm live, though, I don't get as much done. We might not. All right, let's see how far our print has gone. Almost there, almost there. I'm going to get the other phone set up to record. Oh, we're done, we're done. All right. I'm gonna get a mat. So there goes our printed sheet. Oh, wait a minute. Ooh, that looks big, y'all. Even better though, cover up more space. All right, so we're gonna get a mat. When I'm doing tutorials, I like to use a brand new mat. You're now learning English? Oh shoot, I don't know if you'd understand, but Instagram now, when I post my videos, they translate it into Spanish. So I think if you have your settings on Instagram on Spanish, they automatically translate. All right, let's set up the camera. And I gotta move the camera back and forth. So right now, oh, hold on. I tighten the phone on the button. So right now I'm setting up overhead just to show me, hold on. Siri, you don't recognize me with my glasses? My God. Are you guys seeing the table? Why am I looking at the live and it's still showing me design when I was in design space on my computer? I guess it's delayed. Okay, so we have our mat. This is our print. We're going to line it up to the top left. You seeing the table? Okay. So we have our mat. I use the light blue mat. This is the light grip. The light blue is the light grip. We have our printout. Those are the like registration lines. You line it up to the top left, right here. And also too, what I'm gonna do, guys, because I know that with journaling, not everyone has a Cricut. This is not like crafters. When my computer acts right and it's not frozen, I'm gonna go into CapCut to show how to like put your image and duplicate it, and then cut it out by hand. All right, so now that we have it lined up, we're gonna feed it into our machine and get it all cut out. So that's the thing with this. So now I take it off of this is the desk mount that I'm using right here. I'm using this for the overhead right now. So now I gotta move to the actual stand that I have here. And this one goes this way. I gotta be gentle because I just be flinging these things all around and messing them up. Just gonna get right up on it. There we go. I hope I hit record on that last video. Now I don't even know if I did. We're going to have that cut. Y'all saw my belly? I hope I ain't show y'all my belly, y'all. I'm sorry. I keep forgetting that I'm not supposed to be in the camera today. Let me bring y'all up here. So with this one, I'm gonna edit it, and then I'm not gonna publish it until I create the cut by hand version. I also need to do, tomorrow I'm going to put myself together to do my forward facing videos. I want to talk about this machine. I've had it since it came out, and just, you know, how I like it, how's it been going, stuff like that. I had it on craft board, but you could put it on 100-pound cardstock also. I default to craft board for anything more than regular 65-pound paper. All right, so I'm gonna set it back up. Let me bring you guys back over to the table. I want to go into CapCut and all those videos that we just recorded. I want to just upload them in here so that I could delete them off my phone and start getting used to... Wait, what did I put in here first? Did I do... I didn't. I don't think I did. And this, I just put everything in that we did. Right, guys? And that was, look at this, 42. It's hard for y'all to see here. It's not focused. 42 minutes of content. So now I have to go in and edit down everything. So I'm just going to select, get rid of those. You don't need that. You don't need that. So in the past, I would just go in and just record, record, record. And that's how my phone got filled up so quick. Because I never deleted. So now, like, I'm literally doing it in the moment. How many minutes? I don't go off of how many minutes. I just edit it to what I gotta edit it. So with that video, because it's 42 minutes, I don't give myself a time frame. Never. I don't know if YouTube, like, people have specific. I don't. So like something like this is gonna be the intro that I'm gonna talk over, right? So like here, you see when I stop and the book is just recording the book, I probably went to go get something. So I just removed that part. All of that part here is gonna be removed. And then I'll come back here where I'm actually doing work. So all of this, and I'll do the voiceover while showing. Again, I look like I moved away to do something. I take that out. Line it up. Like, and even something like this. When I'm tracing, I wouldn't let that play out. I would speed it up because nobody needs to see me outline it, right? And then here again, it looked like I left the desk and walked away. So you got to remove all of that from the video and go right next to the next step, which is right here now, where I started doing some work. Again, I moved away from the desk. So all of that got to be deleted. So like when I'm live and I'm recording or I'm doing something, sometimes I stop and talk to my son. So things like that need to come out. Here again, look, just the stuff on the desk because I went to go do something. That got to be recorded. I'm going to keep this part in. Right here, I would speed it up. Nobody needs to see in real time I'm cutting. Once I say, then I'm going to cut out the shape, then I speed it up just to let people know. So I don't have set times for my videos, honestly. I just do whatever the time takes for me to explain it to you is what it is. So here, also with tape, I just got to switch that around. With taping, you already know what I'm going to tape. I'm going to tell you where I'm going to tape. And once I explain it, I'm going to speed the video up instead of you have to go, like, watch through the whole thing. So I myself don't have set times for my videos at all. I've never have. I just do the tutorial. I'm not saying that it's better if something is I would say that I know a lot of people don't like long videos, but if it takes me long to explain all the steps, I let it be long. So I've never heard of YouTube having a limit. There's been videos that are hours long people have uploaded. When it comes to like really short videos, people have videos that's 4 minutes, 5 minutes. Like sometimes people just come into like show you something really quickly, and that could be like 2 to 3 minutes, and that's perfectly fine. All right, so now that we have everything here, yeah, I don't think they do. All right, so I'm gonna press record now. All right, so we have our image. We're just gonna take it off. And then this is the one that's gonna be on the front. Or you decide which one you want on the front. Maybe I think I might end up doing this one on the front. No, I like this edge. So basically you have it, and what it is they're going to be glued back to back. So that's why we flipped it and we're gluing it directly onto the page. So let's find the page that we want to use. Now that I think about it, so this page right here, I did for the tutorial showing people how to cover the page. I might just put this on here and do our spread right on top of this. Look, with the flowers. I think I'm gonna use this. And then I flip it here. But the other one is gonna go here. And I'm gonna leave this blank because I do wanna leave some pages for me to actually write in this journal. So basically what we're going to do, we're gonna figure out where we want it to be. Now you're not putting it on the edge unless you want a little tab coming out of your book. But what I'm doing is you bring it in and then you glue it right here, and then we're going to trim our way here. So let's get our glue. Guys, y'all too far away? Let me move y'all up. Again, I'm using the Barely Arts. Wait, let me just show y'all first. I'm using the Barely Arts craft glue. And we're going to glue it where we want it. Then we're going to use our self-healing mat from the Dollar Tree. We're going to put it under here. I'm going to move her up a little bit. And then this is a background that's glued onto a sheet. So you want to press good to get through it. If you don't, you just have one sheet. You probably don't really have to. But basically, now we're going to cut to the curve of the body, or whatever shape you want to do. I've done the Statue of Liberty, so it's any shape that you want. That right here didn't go through all the way. And you can use the scissors for this too if you want. I'm just going over to the top. And this is another part where I start the beginning, and when I'm editing the video, I'm just going to fast forward this part because you already know I'm trimming against the line of the image. So you don't need to see this whole part. Alright, so look, now we have the edge page of the photo. Oh, it's just me finishing off the top. So now you have the edge, but then when you go over here, it just looks like this. And that's where our flipped image comes in, and you glue it right alongside. Now, if you want to be fancy, you can cut out in between here. I think I'm going to do that. And the arm too. Let's get a little fancy. Let's see if I could get it done properly. That'll be really cute. Let me see. I need to take off my glasses. The glasses is to see far. Is it? Okay. Got to go a little deeper. It went through one layer. Let's do that again. There we go. Let's go a little bit into here. A little bit more. And then I want to get between the eyes. All right. That looks good. I done cut my pants a little bit. Lord, Father God. Let me trim that off. All right. Even better. I like the little arm piece not showing. So we're going to flip it over on this side now. And then we're going to glue the other image. Try not to get it on the paper. And then we're going to line it up exactly where it belongs. Match it up. And this is how you do your edged sheet with an image. So this I'm going to actually journal and write about our dinner, maybe write the price and what we had and blah, blah, blah. And then we have the decorative page, and I'm going to decorate this with the images from our dinner. And there you have it. I'm just going to let the video record because towards the end, I don't know how I'm going to end it on my voiceover. So I'm just going to leave it there for a little bit. Cover this down. I might just, I think tomorrow when I fix myself to record my face, I'll probably do my intros and my outros with the actual book in my hand and showing what I'm doing, just for it to be more engaging. Oh, this looks like, oh, the pages are loosing out that are glued together. So let me glue those. Oh, you know what? When I glued this onto here, the double-sided tape was on the edge. Remember how we do it on the edge? So when we cut her out, we cut out the double-sided part. So we're going to just add that glue in there, just so it doesn't raise up. All right. And that's how you do your silhouette edged page. I would say be very mindful, because I wasn't here, of what your back pages are for your silhouette pages, because something like this looks really nice. See that? The edge, and then, but over here it's like Halloween peeking out through the side. So I would be mindful with what you put when you see it. I mean, it doesn't really matter, but it just looks so much cuter when you open up the book. Look, see how cute that look with this on the edge? This. But I can create a flap if I wanted to and enter a different kind of page there. I think I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that. So because I want to see something pretty, like right here, you see it? See the difference? Because I want to see something pretty here, I think I'm going to create a flap where it can open and extend the Halloween, but also when it flaps closed, it's pretty and it looks like something like this. So that'll be my next tutorial. All right, so that's it, y'all. That's 2 tutorials. I'm thinking I'm doing like 1 tutorial per week. Maybe every Monday I upload something teaching for junk journaling, and then if I have the time, I'll upload something about lifestyle during the week, but still posting my shorts. But what this account is lacking is my long form content. So that's what I'm focused on. So here we have it. How cute is that? So the next set of videos that I'm going to have to do is how I'm going to add the flat page, and then how I plan on decorating the front and the back of these. And what I'm going to do, I'm thinking about how I want that flap to look. I'll probably use like some washi. We'll see. But that's it, guys. Thanks for joining me. I will be doing more junk journaling videos. I think I'm going to do like on the Saturdays that I'm recording, me coming on live while I'm recording the content to chat with y'all, show y'all my techniques, and just hang out. That might be the thing to do. So have a good rest of your Saturday. I'm going to spend the rest of today recording content. So I'll see y'all around, guys. Thanks for stopping by.